Hey guys, welcome to the channel, and today we're going to be taking a look at these Scaletrains tank cars that I got. Now I unboxed these on a stream probably a little over a week ago, but uh, unfortunately, if you watch that stream, Cheyenne's dog kind of wanted to play and wanted attention, so I didn't want to risk damaging these cars any further than uh, what's already happened to some of these. Um, so I just decided I would do a separate video and kind of go through these cars individually, where you guys can kind of get a better look at them. Now I want to warn you, these cars were part of the 50% off sale that Scaletrains had. So some of these cars, now the reason for that was these tank cars didn't meet Scaletrains quality control standards. So some of these cars are going to have some imperfections on them. They're not, from what I've seen though, they're not major. Of course, you'll see that when you look at them. Yeah. In fact, when I just FYI, when I looked at this car, and we'll look at this one last, I didn't see any issues with this rivet counter car. So that was very, very good right here. And like I said, a lot of these are just small little issues. They're not big deals to me. So, and it's a good way to pick up some tankers for not a whole lot of money here. So, yeah. So, me personally, I think that's a win-win. So, why don't we go ahead and start with these operator cars right here? We'll take a look at them individually, kind of walk through them here. So, and then we'll take a look at this rivet counter car last. So, anyway, yeah, let's just go ahead and start the video. Let's go ahead and get into it and start going through these guys. Hang on just a second. We'll be right back. Okay, just real quick, this isn't technically going to be a review on these cars. As I said, we're just going to kind of walk through them, kind of look at some of the imperfections that might be on some of these, which, again, I had a look at these cars off camera, so I didn't see anything just real major, but just kind of go through the box here real quick. Very nice sturdy cardboard box. The tank car rests in a two-piece protective cradle, and it should protect them all very nicely in storage and transport. Now, these operator cars are going to lack a lot of the details that the rivet counter cars have, so they're not going to be detailed to the max like those cars, but there's still a lot here to look at. So let's go ahead and take a look at this one Jefferson car we got here. And like I said, we'll go through each one of these individually, so you guys will get to see every single one of them up close and personal. So let's go ahead and take a look at this guy right here. We'll tilt the camera down. We'll zoom in on it right here. So there we go. We'll just go ahead and get started looking at the end here. And I'm going to turn the light on because it's really dark, and these cars being painted black, it's going to be kind of hard to see some of the stuff going on here. So just looking at this car right here, looks really good on this side. Not really seeing anything majorly wrong here. Even the printing and everything looks really good on this car. And we'll kind of zoom in right here where you guys can kind of take a look at that. Boy, that thing's wanting to go wild there. So, okay, here we go. So, again, printing and everything looks really good right here. Let me get some kind of use as a pointer. So, you can see all the decal and labeling right here looks really good on here. Come down the side. Of course, a little side rod here looks good. Trucks look really good. See some of the printing there on the side. Ladder detail all looks really nice. So, yeah. Jefferson logo looks good. All the printing and everything looks good on here. And like I said, these are operator cars, so they're not going to have a lot of the decals that the rivet counter car that we're going to look at towards the end of the video is going to have. So So that is kind of just FYI. But, you know, for around 19 bucks, you can't really go wrong with these guys. Most kits are that or even more, so, and you're getting a fully assembled car for basically the price of a kit car nowadays, so I can't complain about that. So anyway, another thing that the operator cars come with, plastic couplers. We'll change these out for KDs, obviously. Of course, these don't have shelf couplers. It's just a standard Type E coupler. So there's that right there. Layer details look good. Right here, we'll just kind of quickly spin around. Here, look down the side of this car here. So, and you can see a little bit of waviness to the rods here. That's technically not actually a bad thing, because on the real tank cars, the real cars actually do encounter getting damaged in this area right here. So these rods are actually bent sometimes pretty good on the real cars. So the fact that these here have this little wavy appearance isn't actually that bad. You could throw some weathering on that, give it some age, and it'll look just fine. So I'm not at all concerned about the waviness of the rods here on this car. So that all looks, it looks all right to me. So these were just some of the imperfections I was talking about that Scaletrains said had happened to this run of tank cars, and hence why they marked them down so low. So, but we'll come down here, look at the other end of the car here, and I'll tilt that down where you guys can see that. There's the other end of the car right there with the brake wheel. Again, everything looks really good on this end. So yeah, this car looks all right. Like I said, throw some weathering on it, and I think we'll have something really good here. So I'm gonna pause the video. We're gonna get the other two Jefferson cars out because this base 3 of these cars are the same road name and everything. We'll kind of go through the other 2 a little quicker. So bear with me. I'll just go ahead and we'll unbox the other 2. So hang on just a second. We'll be right back. Okay, and then real quick, we're just going to take a look at the other 2 road numbers we got here. We got 11133 and 11011. The other 2 Jefferson cars. So we're just going to kind of start with this guy over here on the right there, on the right. So we'll just kind of look at these 2 cars in a real quick fashion. Again, not really seeing anything much wrong with the printing there on this car. Again, you can see the Scaletrains. You can see the Scaletrains operator couplers right there. And everything here looks really good on this. This car looks good on this end. That car looks good on that end. Not seeing too much wrong there. Come down to the side. Again, really don't see much wrong with these cars here, at least on this side. Like I said, maybe a little waviness to the little side rods that run down the side there. But everything looks good on this car, at least on this end. So we'll just go ahead and kind of keep spinning around. We'll let the other car come into focus here. So there's the 11133. Again, really mostly I've just been seeing kind of some waviness to the side rods here on these cars. So that all looks good right there. Like I said, you could just weather these because, like I said earlier, the real tank cars, these little rods here will encounter some damage right here on the real cars. They'll hit like fallen trees, or some equipment will bump up against them, bend these little side rods here on the side, and they will get damaged that way. So, but I'm not seeing anything too extreme right there. Certainly nothing I haven't seen on other manufacturers of cars. So we'll go ahead and flip these guys around. We'll kind of look at where you guys can get a look at the other side of the cars here. Again, everything looks good here that I can see. No real issues with the paint and lettering. Sometimes my camera is trying to lose focus, but we'll just pan that around real nice and slow where you guys can get a look at that. So come down here to this side, and I did, like I said, I did flip these cars around where you can get a better look at the other side of them. So yeah, not really seeing any issues with these two cars either, at least nothing major. Yeah, from what I see right here, everything here still looks pretty good with these cars. So I'm real happy with these guys. So I'm gonna zoom back out just a little bit where we can kind of get both of these guys in the focus here, where you guys can kind of get a better look at them. So yeah, basically I'm not really seeing much of anything that's wrong with these two cars here. These look really good. So so yeah, so that's going to take a look at the Jefferson cars. We'll take a look at this DPRX car right quick, and then we'll take a look at the Rivet counter car. So hang on just a second, we'll be right back. Okay, we're back right quick to take a look at the DPRX car. And you know, honestly, I think this one here is probably, if memory serves, when I looked at this car, this one's kind of the worst. Kind of has some of the bigger issues, but even then, you know, they're very minuscule at best, or at worst. I mean, you can see right here, this little side rod right here is actually come off on one end. Well, I thought it came off. I guess I was wrong. Okay, well, must be the other side then. But anyway, we'll just kind of go ahead and zoom in and take a look at this guy here. Like I said, even though this car does have some a few little issues here and there, everything still looks good with this one. Like I said, paint and lettering still looks good right here with this car. There may be a little issue here with this little ladder right here on the sides where they're kind of warped and janky looking. There may be a little, yeah, there's a little issue right there, but again, where that's kind of not glued there, you can kind of see it kind of loose right there. But like I said, not a big deal. You can just touch that with a little glue, and everything will be everything's golden. So not really seeing any problems there, at least major problems. We'll spin this guy around here. Let me kind of tilt that camera up just a little bit where you guys can see that a little better. So other than that little piece right there needs a little touch of glue put on there. That side there looks pretty decent. Looks pretty good right there. So we'll spin it around, let you guys kind of get a look at it. And you see it's got the little holes drilled for the detail kit that you can stick on there. Always really nice with these operator cars. Come down here along the side, this side of the car here. Again, not seeing too many issues right here. That all looks pretty good right there as well. So yeah, not seeing really just a whole lot of issues. Like I said, the main deal is you can kind of see this side ladder right here is kind of twisted up, but that's not a big deal. At least to me, it's not. And like I said, put a little drop of glue right there to kind of hold that into place. Right there. And I think I think that would make it a really good. I think you fix those two little issues right there, and well, you really wouldn't even have to fix that, because that could be simulated damage to what would happen to the real car at some point in its life. You throw some good weathering on it. So yeah, really just fix that guy right there. Kind of glue it back into place right there, and I think you got something really good here. So, all right. So I'll kind of take a look at these operator cars. Like I said, no really big issues, especially for, you know, the price. What were they, like $19 a car? So that's pretty rare for a ready-to-run car. So nowadays. So yeah, these still look really good. So so with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at our last car, which is the Rivet counter car, and we'll be right back. We'll take a look at that right now. All right, we're back with the Rivet counter car now. This is the last car of the 5-car order, and in all seriousness, just from looking at this car, this is by far the best of the bunch right here. So I was really happy to see that this car really has, from what I can tell, no issues at all, from what I can see. So let's kind of go ahead and take a quick tour of this guy here. Of course, it's decorated for TCBX, so we'll kind of start on this end right here. So the brake hose, coupler cut lever, all the grab irons look really good on this car. Paint and lettering looks really good. Let's kind of come down the side of this guy here. The yellow conspicuousy stripes look good. Everything here looks really, really good. So it's even got the, I'll show you right here. It's even got the, for a chemical emergency number right there, which is really neat. So, and that is on a lot of the on the side of a lot of the tank cars that you see there. In fact, I think all of them just about have that on it. So that's really cool. Everything looks good on this side. There's the animated bearing caps, which it did come with spare bearing caps, so I do have those. Always a nice feature with the Scaletrains cars. Of course, we got the there's the end right there with the shields. I'll back that off just a little bit. Right there. You can see that better. With all the little grab irons in place right here. And of course, with the Rivet counter cars, you get a metal coupler with the correct SE double shelf couplers there. Looks really nice. There's the brake hose on that side with the coupler cut lever. Again, looks really good. Not seeing any blemishes or anything on this car, so everything looks really good with it. So that placard there, right there, may be a little bit on the crooked side, but that's not a big deal. So I'm not seeing anything really really all that unusual with this car. Everything appears to be nice and straight. Looks really good. Tilt that up just a little bit. So yeah, I'm really happy with these cars. These look really, really nice. Didn't see a whole lot of issues at all. So yeah. So I think we did quite well with these tank cars. I'm happy with them. These ones here, it's got the imperfections of these operator cars. I may try my hand at weathering a couple of them and see how well I do with it. So that might make for a fun video down the road, or even a live stream. So, so yeah. Stay tuned. You might see me actually try to do some actual modeling for once. So. So yeah, that should be fun. So, all right, guys. Well, that's going to take a look at these tank cars. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we will catch you guys on down the line. Take care, all. Bye for now.